of a that, it's a 5 out of 10 because I got the vision, I got where they're going. They finished 3 places above. Hi there. So I realized that I've never formally introduced myself in these videos. So if you're new here, my name is Rebecca and I normally talk about tennis. Drum roll. That was such a good joke. Anyways, for those of you who are not new, you already have seen this video and already have probably watched it, but because of technical difficulties, I didn't like how it turned out, so I decided to re-film it. So here it is. And this video was sparked because I ran out of content. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and while going through my YouTube comments, I saw somebody requested it, and I know this is such a YouTube thing to say. It was requested. Everybody asked, but somebody did comment that. So thank you to the person who did. What are my early World Cup predictions? So I was like, yeah. And while I was doing that, I then went on Twitter, and a mutual of mine, and guys, I'm not joking. At the same time, when I read the comment, I saw this. The World Cup is the biggest and best competition because it's football at its fairest and most meaningful. Heroes are made, and it's the most pressure. I have to agree, like, the World Cup is one of the biggest moments in the world for footballing nations who are competing to win the trophy, non-footballing nations who dream and aspire to be there, teams who have missed out on qualifications, you know, non-football fans who just love the culture and excitement around it, and the entire world just being a part of that electrifying moment. The World Cup has been such a staple in all our lives. For players, it's the biggest moments of their careers. For the coaches, it's also a moment of definition. I'm trying to say a word. But yeah, it's such a great moment that we all have walked away with. And we can count on so many great moments. 2006 Zidane's headbutt, that was a wow shocker moment for a lot of us. Suarez's handball, that's one of the most talked about incidents at the 2010 World Cup. Germany versus Brazil 7-1, that was one of the most embarrassing matches. It's my favorite match because I support Germany. It was also one of the worst defeats in a World Cup semi-final. Like, it was just such a moment. Maradona's hand of God, that changed the trajectory and rules of football. His goal of the century also changed how we idolized Maradona. When you go to 2014 again, Van Persie's Flying Dutchman, personally one of my favorite goals. That was just a wow, electrifying moment that was like, this is crazy. Suarez's biting incident, I think that will forever be a meme, that will forever be talked about, that will forever be a part of his career. Lampard's disallowed goal in 2010, I think we're never gonna, every time there's a Germany-England match, we're gonna always hear about it. It's gonna always be a topic of discussion, and it changed the trajectory of goal line technology. It changed how the rules of rebound goals. It's just one of those moments that you can remember, and it foreshadowed to what was to come in the future. How can I talk about World Cup moments without the king of the World Cup, Pele, being the youngest teenager to score in a World Cup, being the youngest to score a hat-trick. So these moments, and there's so many other moments, you guys can leave them in the comments down below, your favorite World Cup moment that resonated with us, that left a lasting impression, that we walked away with as children, as adults, as teenagers, as older people, and we can say, wow, I love this moment. This moment stood out to me. That's what the World Cup is. So I'm so excited for this World Cup. It's Summer World Cup because it's in Qatar, and right now the heat is crazy. I don't know where you are, but the heat is absolutely ridiculous. So it's gonna be in the winter. It's November 21st to December 18th. Change of scenery, change of style, but we're still excited. I see a lot of people like, we don't care about the World Cup, we're not gonna watch. The World Cup still holds its weight. It still holds its name, it still has its prestige, so to worry about. So, into my prediction, there is so much I want to cover. One, you know, you always talk about a group of death. To me personally, there's no one single group that's going to be nail-biting. I do think there are 4 different groups that are really tough to call, that anything could happen. Shocking moments are gonna happen, and I think the biggest shock, one, don't hold me accountable to this, it's an early prediction for a reason. I do think an African team is going to break that round of 16 curse. 2, I do think France, the winner's curse is gonna get to them and they're gonna be knocked out at the group stage. Yeah, it's a prediction for a reason. Go crazy. And also the group draws. Like the funniest thing for me, a lot of these group draws are such dramatic and such poetic draws that you can write a storybook about. The England, Iran, and USA group is also very political, and we can all see what people is trying to do there. I tweeted that it's soccer versus football in that group. So that's going to be an amazing group to watch and an amazing matchup between these two nations. Also the Ghana Uruguay the Ghana versus Uruguay group is also one to watch out for. There's history between these two teams. There is anticipation build up of finally meeting them again. So it's just so much excitement going into the World Cup, and I'm so excited. I know I'm usually excited, but I'm really so to some simple small crazy predictions. I do think the best player is going to be Lionel Messi. This is a big moment in his career. Don't want to say the last run of him with Argentina, but I do think it's becoming to that moment. It's going to lead up to that moment, and I do think it's the World Cup. Messi's always given us great performances. So I just think that this year is going to be even better. Golden Glove, I have Pickford. England tend to not concede a lot, and they do have a great defensive structure. They always progress further into the competition, so he could be the winner of that. But not leaving out the greatest of all time, Manuel Neuer. He also can walk away with it if Germany pulls off the win. Which leads me, my winners are Germany. I support Germany. Also, going into the World Cup, I have 2 teams that I support. Germany, 1, no sentimental, no political, no attachment issues. I just grew up watching German football at a really young age. Some of my favorite players are Germans, and so I, found that bond, and I just started to support them at the World Cup. It's not that yours. And also Senegal is a second team for me. Following the journey through the years at AFCON, Sadio Mane's impact, they just resonated with me when I was watching AFCON, and I just cross my fingers and hope that the best wins. So yeah, my winner is going to be Germany. The young talent department. Now I left this part blank because there are so many talented players, and I don't think there's going to just be one that's going to shock us. I think when you look at the England squad, Foden, Mason Mount, they probably have something great to produce there. Spain, Gavi, Pedri. If you look at France have so many talented young midfielders and centre-backs. So there's not just one player or one team. I'm looking for all of them to do well. Underachievers, as I said, France is going to leave in the group stage. Brazil, I do think every World Cup in recent years, when there's this hype and this talk around Brazil and what the players are going to do and what they're expected to do, they tend to fall short, and it gets to them a bit flat. And I think that's going to happen once again. Belgium, the golden generation that we've been talking for ages, are once again, I think, this World Cup going to flop on the big stages. I don't see them doing anything spectacular. Speaking of spectacular, the surprises I see coming. I do think Denmark has a long way to go into this competition. We saw a bit of it at the Euros and what they could pull off, because of that tragic incident. They weren't able to. So I hope this time around everybody's okay, everybody's safe, healthy, and they can go all the way. Senegal, I just feel it in my bone. Trust me, I feel it that Senegal is gonna come with something big. They have something cooking up. So yeah, I don't have much else to talk about. As I said, it's just short, it's quick. It's in November, December, that's when you guys will get the real World Cup content. You'll get the breakdowns, you'll get my actual thoughts and all the things I have to say. But for now, this is what I have to say. Germany to win, Brazil, Belgium, France to fail, African teams to break the curse, Lionel Messi to be the best player. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys keep supporting me. Subscribe, like, comment, share the video, whatever. Bye.